Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to crumble!
I'm Joshua Kemble, and welcome to Joshua Kemble's Livestream. I've been a freelance illustrator and graphic designer for over 20 years. I was an art director for 9 years. And when I'm not art directing and working on illustrations and graphic designs, I'm working on comic books and graphic novels, and that's usually what I do during my streams. And while conversations can go all over the place on this stream, from spicy and entertaining to goofy and silly, one thing stays consistent throughout every stream. I'll always be working on art. So pull up a chair, get your art supplies out, and get ready for an entertaining show that'll keep you company while you work on your own personal art projects. This is Joshua Kemble's Art Stream.
All right. Welcome to Joshua Kemble's live stream, episode 426. This is going to be an experimental episode because what I'm going to try to do is work on some music and live stream GarageBand. And since this is the first time I'm live streaming while recording from GarageBand, if you're in the chats, let me know if audio gets really weird, okay? Because it's kind of weird. Like, I had to do some workarounds. I'm curious how overall audio is, so let me know in the chats. I'm going to be a little insecure the first time doing this. But I have my crazy modded telly, and this is a song I've been working on. Every day I kind of try to spend about 15 minutes working. I'm going to take off the headphones because the way I have it set up, it actually creates like a weird kind of loopy thing where I hear a delay, or I'll just get used to it. But anyhow, so we're going to experiment and see if I can get the sound to work as I'm recording live to GarageBand, but there might be some like weird echo effects. There might be all sorts of audio issues. It's going to be awesome to see what happens. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to try. Let's see if it works. I'm going to try to add this to the stage. Okay, so you should see my GarageBand. And then I'm going to add this to the stage. And hopefully this doesn't create like weird reflective stuff. Can you guys... Is everything good so far? It's fun. Okay, so I'm gonna start by just playing the track that I'm working on, and then I want to hear your guys' feedback. It's a very loud track. So if this like explodes when I press play, just imagine that you're a part of a giant, amazing sound experiment. Okay, I'm just seeing if I can do this, because what I'm having to do is run 2 StreamYard accounts from the same monitor, same computer, where this is one StreamYard account and this is the main one. And I'm running sound from GarageBand using like loopback on one account, and then on this account I have my Yeti. So we'll see if it works. Anyhow, so just to explain what I'm doing, I'm going to start working on building the chorus for this song. So let's see if it's too loud. We'll see. So could you hear that? Dylan, Gary, I see you in the chats. Could you hear the music when I was playing it? I just stopped it. Here, I'll play it one more time and let me know in the chats. You could hear it. Good. Okay, so this is just an experiment. So what I'm going to do is mute all my tracks, and we're going to start with just coming up with a drum track, and we'll see if this repetitive noise is too much to kind of do it. Okay? I appreciate you guys hanging out while I do this. So what I have here for the drum track, let's play just the first one. So it goes for 4 counts, and then boom. Is that like doubling in a weird way? I just want to hear your thoughts. Is it doubling? So it's way louder than my voice. So let's try to... Let me adjust the mic volume. This is kind of a process to figure out how to do. It will be louder. I'm going to kind of knock it down a bit in volume. How's this? Is that better? Or is it too low now? I'm just kind of waiting for chat to get back. Hopefully that's better. If it's too low, let me know. Too low, okay. This is fun though. I appreciate you guys helping me with this science experiment. So let's do something like that. That okay? Too loud? I'm just gonna keep the drums going. How's that for the drums? Is that volume okay? All right, well, hopefully that works okay. So I hope that works okay. So what I'm going to do is like, okay, Scott said that's good. So what I'm going to do right now is just try to find a loop. It's going to be a little harder for me to find the loop because I'm hearing a little bit of like delay back and forth, but I think I can make it work. So let's see here. Okay, let's do a little bit longer. I'm going to go from 43 to, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 4, 4, 4, and 4. So I'm going to go all the way over here. I'll give myself a little extra and go all the way to 70 on counts. So in music, you go 4 4s in rock and roll usually, unless you're insane or Tool. If you're Tool, you do 16th counts that switch to like 8s and then switch to thirds. Like you just do crazy timing. I've messed with crazy timing a little bit, but so now I'm going to split regions at playhead. Okay. And then I have kind of a Brooklyn count here, just like this Chelsea Boots thing. I don't like that as a transition now, so. Oh, now I'm remembering what I was doing. Never mind, I do like that. Okay. I actually want this to come in here. Okay. So we actually need it to go a little longer. From 51 to, let's go to 71. This is the only like sampling type thing I do, is starting with just a drum track. So, you know what? Just to get you guys more invested, let me play you what I've got. I'm going to play you the full thing so we can get in the vibe of the song, okay? And then once we get to that track point, you know, we'll see how it goes. If it's too loud, let me know. Trying to match, right? Okay, and then that goes to, let's just hear a little bass for a second. Right, let's go into this kind of, you're just hearing that drum sample. Okay, so I want to see if we can change this up. That might be too weird. Okay, I'm kind of liking that. What if we change the hi-hat? Okay, so let's see how that transitions. Just if that's good for like a chorusy thing. Again, at this point, I don't know what I'm going to do. That's the fun part of my little music times during the day, is not knowing what I'm going to do and then kind of improving and figuring it out. And if you hear noise in the background, that's the dog's food getting prepped. I don't like that sudden stop there, so I'm going to have it come in a little earlier so it overlaps. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go to my TR-707. That's like a great little thing. It's like basically a simulated drum track from the 80s. We're going to... Ooh, I'm trying to copy that over, and it's not letting me. Not a happy camper there. Okay, there we go. So now we're repeating the drum pattern, but on the TR-77. And let's hear that alone. I'm going to go back. Let's turn off the quantizer and bass. Yeah. I already like that. I had already set the effects on that. Right? Yeah. So if you see the effects, I've already turned up the the drive, the crush, so it gets that kind of old school stuff. Dylan's saying the volume's still good. That's good. Hopefully this is interesting to you guys. I just realized I do this every day. It might be fun to kind of live stream sometimes while I do it. The one thing that won't work is live streaming while I do vocals, because there will just be too much of this is the mic I use to do vocals. And so I'd be tracking vocals. I just don't know how that would work for, like, you know, too many doubles. So let's see how those two sound together.
Hi.
Hi, Ben. Yeah, I like that. That's nice and hard. Okay, I like that. I'm going to get my quantizer. I think it's just one note that I've been using for that, just quantized. And then we'll get into the actual raw playing, which we'll see how that goes with this setup. Yeah, exactly. Dylan was saying too much rockin'. And then Jim was saying, yes, live, I need this. We'll see. We'll see. This is an experiment. It might fail because I'm still hearing like slight doubling of the drums. So that might throw me off when I start to track. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, hold on. I got to do something real quick here. Okay. Let's see if this works. Let me make sure. I got to check my other StreamYard. And let's make sure we got the right mic. There we go. Okay. Sorry, loop back. I'm using a trial version, so it'll add like a. So I'm using a workaround for now just to test it out because I don't want to pay for something that I don't use. I haven't uploaded the footage from the No Saboteurs yet. That'd be fun. All right, let's go to Britain Clean. This is the primary riff here. So I wasn't kidding. This guitar is like insane. Here, let me go on that track. Let me make sure I got my focus right, set for the input. Yeah. So can you hear that? So this has no effects at all added to it. Listen to this guitar. So that's because there's a hot rail and we're going straight from the hot rail. I modded this so it can split and be a single coil. Like, so that's more, it's not quite the sound you're going to get from a traditional telly, right? But that's like, that's more like your standard telly. But the thing about this guitar that I love is I modded it to be, I changed it up to be insane. So, because it's a, you know, couple $100 Squire. I changed out the pick guard. I put a P90 here and then a hot rail here because I wanted to just have a different tool. So check this out. If I tap the coil split down, go back to the hot rail, listen to this. That's a cowboy chord with no fuzz pedal, just clean. So it makes you want to do just like just stupid hard stuff. Okay, let's go back and get into the vibe. Oh, got to make sure I'm tuned up. If I can make sure I'm tuned up. There it is. The tuner was like lagging. And as usual, I'm glad I checked my tuning. So I was recording this yesterday, so I got to remember where I was at on the neck before we get into the next part. Okay, I think it was... something like that. Okay. Now let's hear that new drum thing, because I'm starting from here. So I could start from here and still kind of be in the same family for like this higher part. Let's hear it. I kind of like that. Like a... Okay, let's try that. I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, that was cool. I kind of like that. This is the boring kind of behind the scenes of recording. Okay, let's see. I'm messing with stuff. We'll see if it works. Not recording yet. Hard to track too, but I kind of like that. Like, I mentioned on stream yesterday too, what I love about this guitar is it's a really like bad guitar. So even when I'm trying to do, like, it takes like one little, check this out. Like right here, the string will go over the neck. Like it'll go over the neck if I play too hard. So you have to be like kind of. Ooh. That'll be it. Okay. Let's see if we can track that for at least like 2 measures. I kind of liked that. Let's hear how it sounds. I'll turn off the volume here. Okay. Let me hear it back. It's, again, a little hard with a little bit of the reflections of sound, but... Okay, I'm gonna cut it there. Or we'll do... Ah. I'm not sure if that was in time because of the doubles. Scoot it a little forward. Nope. Let's just see. All right, I'm just gonna trust that that sounds okay. You guys let me know. Let's listen to how it sounds from with the bass playing too. That sounds off at the end. There we go. Let's try that. All right, as best as I can tell with the weird recording setup right now, I think that's good. Let's move on to the next part. This is basically what I'll do every day, just a little chunk. So I'm going to record a chunk of a chorus. Let's layer something over that. Let's hear what we layered last time without the bass. Back it up. Okay, so clearly I was doing kind of a leady type thing here. So now I just have to find a lead. Let's see. And again, no effects on this guitar. It's just that tough. Should we do that single coil? Hold on. Nope. I think that works. I'm going to be interested to hear this when I have less slapback in my mic. Let me know how that sounds in the track so far, but let's get into it. What did I do for the third track of guitars? I think I did like a chugga 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 kind of thing. Let's find out. Oh, that's right. I did a ska thing. Just to annoy you. I did like a ooh, this might be hard with the slapback to record because you're doing basically a like that kind of thing, you know? Okay. Let's see what I can come up with before tracking. Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to do something real simple like a something like that, just to add a little, but it'll add a little more depth to the chorus in theory. I don't know if you guys could see that, but one of the most annoying things on GarageBand is it'll be like, oh, do you need feedback protection? And it messes up while I'm mid-recording. So let's try that again. Move this cord somewhere less annoying. Okay. How's everybody doing? Okay. Hopefully horribly now that I've ruined your day with ska. That's right. That was my goal this whole time. That's why I had you guys here. I wanted to, before you know it, like when you're done listening to this, you're going to be talking to your friends and be like, pick it up, pick it up. Okay, anyhow. Here we go. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do during this part. I want to do something different. Okay, we'll kind of add a harmonic there for the build-up thing. I'm I'm feeling it. Now to bass. I like Dylan saying evil. Yeah, for sure. So anyhow, that's my nasty red Squire. Like when does a Squire's neck pickup sound like this? Clean. It's like the nastiest guitar. I love it. Let's put it on like a really clear, clean track. Right? Just this is my nasty Squire Telecaster that I modded up. Like on a Telecaster, if you do those like cowboy chord, hold on, I gotta fix the trial thing. Okay. It's in process, guys. It's progress, not process. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay, hopefully you guys can hear that. Oh, I gotta fix the mic. Not that. Okay. So, like usually on a telly, if you're doing like it sounds like a I think I might be still on the wrong mic. Yeah. Hold on. Let me try that again. Okay. Okay. Hopefully you can hear it now. So on a Telecaster, usually if you do this, it'll sound all chimey, but if you listen to the mod with the P90 on the neck pickup, check this out. Like it just sounds like... So, I don't know. I just love this guitar. All right, let's go to bass. Okay, let's go to bass. This is fun. Are you guys enjoying this live streamed? I don't know. Let me get my bass. I'll be setting up. And then after this, after I set up my bass, I'll likely be doing comics like later today. Probably like right after this stream. So I'll keep like the music stream and the comic streams kind of separate. But I'm telling you, if you guys have never modded a guitar, it is super fun. Dylan said, I'm doing okay. I'm crafting right now. I'm painting golden stars to make a garland. Nice. And Dylan said, I don't know what ska is. A good start to learn ska, I would say, I think the best ska bit, well, I don't know. Desmond Decker's a good start. I'm not the biggest ska fan. Although I love Say It Ain't So by Weezer, where they use like a ska rhythm. That was kind of more of the thinking on this. But I love like second wave ska too, where you get into like the special AKA. That kind of stuff. Now my bass, this is a wonderful bass. It's a Stingray. But by Sterling, not Music Man. And they're really affordable. And the cool thing about a Stingray, we're going to go to the bass track now. The cool thing about a Stingray is it has this extra little button here that basically it's an active bass. So there's a battery pack in the back. Let me see if I'm showing this properly. There's like a battery pack here. And what that does is it adds like your active bass, which is this last thing. And that makes it like, but it's so pretty, isn't it? The color. I know this is like a crappy cam, but it's a beautiful bass. And the neck feels amazing. I've never felt the need for another bass, which is funny because I always feel the need for another guitar. All right, let's unmute the bass and then we'll tune up. I think I have the active turned off because it was just, with that crazy fuzzy guitar, it was just too much having like fuzziness on the bass. All right, let's tune up and then we'll see what we had before and come up with something new. And by the way, I'm probably offending every bassist in the world, except maybe possibly No Effects wouldn't be offended by this, but that right there pisses off a lot of bass players because I'm picking it. All right, let's get into it. Let's hear what I did before. Okay. So it's like a... something in there, but now we're up here, right? Let's find something. Okay, now we're here, so I could do... something like that, maybe? It's so weird with the double back. I almost feel like I should take off one headphone so just so I can hear better. Let me hear it again. See if we can come up with something. Okay. Something like that. Or it could be... Sorry, this is part of the process. You just kind of mess around and see what you come up with. try something around there. I might flub it, but let's find out. I might have missed that ending bit. So we might go here with like a... Okay, let's try alternating. Okay, I gotta go back and forth. I want to do... Okay. That's what I'll do. Okay. It's a little closer and easier. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm getting thrown off. I need to go. Okay. Let's do it. I need to track that one more time and just nail the ending and hold it. So I'm going to go 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th is just, and that's it. Okay, here we go. Try again. Here we go. Ah! This happens all the time when I'm recording. Okay, let's do it right. Ah, that's the one I need to hold. So it goes down, up, down. Does it go 3 times? Let's find out again. Ah! Okay, hang on. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it. There we go. Let's hear how it sounds. And then I'm going to call it for my musical journey for the day. And then we're going to do comics all day long. Let's hear it. I like the bass going up. Okay, one last thing before we call it. That's where I want it to stop on the drums. Let's see if that works. Okay, I actually want it to stop one later. Yeah. And that's where it will likely transition back to the verse. Let's hear. That's it. Okay, this all back one. This back one. And do you guys want to hear the whole thing? Oh, can't hear the music. Interesting. Interesting. Let's try this again. Oh, I wonder when that went off. Let's see if you can hear it now. Is that better? Can you guys hear it now? Hopefully you can hear it. Let's see. Oh, I see what happened. Okay, you should be able to hear it now. This is such a weird rig. Okay, let's do it. Okay, this is what we just tracked. Nothing yet. That's too bad. Why does this keep editing back to... It should be on loop back. Let's see. StreamYard. Okay. I'm really hoping that works. let me check. We heard it. Okay. So if I do this. All right, we have volume, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully this was fun. I'll do this more here and there. I'm going to play you guys the track and then I'm going to call it, okay? So you can hear the whole track. Let's play what we just recorded all together, though. Here it is. So that's what we just tracked. Hopefully you could hear it. And now I'll play the whole song and we'll call it for this stream after, okay? If you guys like this, let me know in the comments what you think. I like what Gary said. He said, Dylan, you really don't need to learn about ska. No, look up Gangsters by the Specials. And if you don't like that song, you're not human. All right. Okay, here we go. with that, I'm going to remove my extra cameras and I'm going to say thank you so much to everybody who checked this out. Let me know what you think of this experiment. I'm going to try to refine it, get it better, but at least I figured out a way to kind of live stream while doing recording on GarageBand. So I'm excited about that. So with that being said, if you guys haven't yet, let me know in the comments, and then make sure you hit like, subscribe, hit the bell so you get notifications and stuff like that. And we're going to do some comics probably in about 20 minutes once I get my stuff all set back up. And I'll see you guys then. So make sure you've hit the bell if you want to hang out on comics and not necessarily just weird music stuff. Thanks, guys. I was glad to show off the crazy modded Squire, though. Can you believe that that's just a clean tone on that guitar? I think it's nuts, but I love it. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to crumble!
I'm Joshua Kemble, and welcome to Joshua Kemble's live stream. I've been a freelance illustrator and graphic designer for over 20 years. I was an art director for 9 years. And when I'm not art directing and working on illustrations and graphic designs, I'm working on comic books and graphic novels, and that's usually what I do during my streams. And while conversations can go all over the place on this stream, from spicy and entertaining to goofy and silly, one thing stays consistent throughout every stream. I'll always be working on art. So pull up a chair, get your art supplies out, and get ready for an entertaining show that'll keep you company while you work on your own personal art projects. This is Joshua Kemble's Art Stream.